Before we begin our journey tonight, a brief note. This episode of Sleepy Psychology is brought to you by the SAC Center, a leading telehealth clinic specializing in the testing and treatment of autism and ADHD. The SAC Center proudly serves all 50 states, bringing expert care directly to you wherever you are. To learn more about their comprehensive services and how they can help, please visit saccenter.com. Welcome, weary traveler, to a space where the edges of your day begin to soften, where thoughts, like gentle clouds, drift by. Tonight, we embark on a quiet exploration, a journey into the heart of understanding, a journey guided by the gentle hum of psychology. Our destination tonight is a place of learning, a study that, though simple in its setup, casts a long and profound shadow on our understanding of human behavior. We turn our attention to the Bobo Doll study, a pivotal moment in the history of psychology, a quiet revolution in how we perceive the subtle dance between observation and action. Imagine, if you will, a laboratory, not a bustling, noisy place, but one filled with the hushed anticipation of young minds. It was the early 1960s, a time when television was finding its way into more and more homes, and the question of its influence, particularly on impressionable young minds, was beginning to ripple through society. Psychologists were curious, much like a thoughtful gardener observes the growth of a young sapling, about how children learned, not just from direct instruction, but from the world around them. At the heart of this inquiry was a remarkable researcher named Albert Bandura. Bandura was a thoughtful man, meticulous in his observations, with a deep understanding of the human condition. He believed that much of our learning occurred not through trial and error, not through being directly rewarded or punished for every single action, but through simply watching others. This idea, known as social learning theory, was a significant departure from the prevailing behaviorist views of the time, which emphasized direct reinforcement. Bandura proposed that we are all, in a sense, apprentices in life, constantly observing and imitating. And so, the stage was set for the Bobo Doll experiment. The Bobo Doll itself was a simple, inflatable toy, weighted at the bottom so it would always bounce back up when pushed or punched. It had a cheerful, almost comical face, and it was chosen precisely because it was designed to be hit, to be interacted with in a physical way without breaking. It was a blank canvas, ready to absorb the projections of the children who encountered it. The experiment was elegantly designed, yet profoundly impactful. Bandura and his team gathered a group of young children, all of similar ages, and divided them into different groups. One group, the experimental group, was exposed to an adult model who interacted with the Bobo Doll in a very specific way. This adult, in the presence of the child, would engage in aggressive behaviors towards the doll. They would punch it, kick it, hit it with a mallet, and even shout aggressive phrases at it such as, "Pow!" and "sock him in the nose." The children simply observed, quietly taking it all in. Another group of children, the control group, did not witness this aggressive display. Instead, they observed a non-aggressive model who played quietly with other toys in the room, or they observed no model at all. This careful control was crucial, allowing Bandura to isolate the effect of observing aggressive behavior. After observing their respective models, each child was then led to a different room, a room filled with various toys. Crucially, among these toys was a Bobo Doll, identical to the one they had seen. The researchers then observed the children through a one-way mirror to see how they would interact with the doll. The results were striking, almost immediately apparent, and spoke volumes about the power of observational learning. Children who had witnessed the aggressive adult model were significantly more likely to imitate those aggressive behaviors towards the Bobo Doll. They would punch it, kick it, and hit it with a mallet, mirroring the very actions and even the verbalizations they had heard from the adult. Some children even devised novel forms of aggression, inspired by what they had seen, going beyond simple imitation. It was as if the blueprint for aggression had been quietly downloaded into their young minds, ready to be enacted when the opportunity arose. In contrast, the children in the control group who had not witnessed the aggressive model, displayed far less aggression towards the Bobo Doll. They might play with it in a gentle, non-aggressive way, or they might ignore it altogether. The difference was clear, a stark illustration of how simply watching in action could lead to its replication. The Bobo Doll study was not just about children hitting dolls, it was about something far more profound. It demonstrated unequivocally that learning could occur through observation alone, without any direct reinforcement or punishment. This concept, known as vicarious learning or modeling, fundamentally shifted our understanding of how we acquire new behaviors, attitudes, and emotional responses. The implications of this study were, and continue to be, immense. It provided a powerful scientific basis for understanding how children learn from their parents, their peers, and critically from media. Before Bandura, the prevailing thought was often that children learn through direct experience, through a series of rewards and punishments. The Bobo Doll study opened our eyes to the pervasive, often unconscious, influence of the models around us. Think about how this impacts modern psychology today. It forms the very bedrock of social learning theory, which has been expanded and refined over the decades to become a cornerstone of developmental psychology, educational psychology, and even clinical psychology. When therapists work with individuals struggling with certain behaviors, they often consider the models they have been exposed to. When educators design learning environments, they are mindful of the power of peer modeling. The concept of monkey see, monkey do was given scientific validation, transforming a simple adage into a powerful explanatory framework. Consider its impact on the individual. We are all, whether we realize it or not, products of observational learning. From the way we hold a fork to the way we express our emotions, much of what we do and how we do it has been learned by watching others. This understanding empowers us. It means that we are not simply automatons responding to direct stimuli, we are active learners capable of choosing our models and, in turn, becoming models for others. For example, think about the development of empathy. While some aspects of empathy may be innate, a significant portion is learned through observation. When we see a parent comforting a sibling, when we witness a friend expressing sorrow, we are learning about emotional responses and compassionate actions. The Bobo Doll study, in its own way, laid the groundwork for understanding how even complex emotional and social behaviors are acquired through observation. Or consider the development of fears and phobias. A child who repeatedly witnesses a parent react with intense fear to a spider may, through observation, develop a similar fear, even if they have never had a direct negative experience with a spider themselves. This is vicarious learning in action, demonstrating the profound influence of observing the emotional responses of others. The teachings of this episode, the lessons we can glean from the Bobo Doll study, are deeply relevant to our lives today. Firstly, it reminds us of the profound responsibility we hold as models for others, particularly for children. Every action, every word, every emotional response we display is, in a sense, a lesson being broadcast. If we wish to foster kindness, patience, or resilience, we must embody those qualities ourselves. Our children, our colleagues, our friends, they are all watching and they are all learning. Secondly, it empowers us to be more discerning about the models we choose for ourselves. In an age saturated with media where images and narratives constantly vie for our attention, the Bobo Doll study urges us to be mindful of what we are consuming. Are the behaviors and attitudes being modeled through our screens, through our social circles, through the content we absorb, truly aligned with the person we aspire to be? This isn't about judgment, it's about conscious choice. It's about recognizing that what we observe shapes us, often in subtle and unconscious ways. Thirdly, it offers a pathway for positive change. If undesirable behaviors can be learned through observation, then so too can desirable ones. If we wish to cultivate a new habit, to learn a new skill, or to overcome a challenge, seeking out positive role models can be an incredibly effective strategy. Observe someone who embodies the qualities you admire. Watch how they navigate challenges, how they practice self-compassion, how they approach learning. The principles of the Bobo Doll study suggest that by simply observing, by quietly taking it all in, we can begin to internalize and replicate those positive patterns. Think about the sheer power of this. It means that change doesn't always require arduous, direct instruction or painful trial and error. Sometimes, the most potent learning happens through quiet observation, through the subconscious absorption of patterns and behaviors. This offers a gentler, more flowing path to personal growth. The Bobo Doll study at its core gently whispers a truth we often overlook. We are all interconnected in a web of learning. Our actions ripple outwards, influencing those who observe us. And similarly, we are constantly being shaped by the silent lessons we glean from the world around us. This understanding fosters a sense of gentle awareness, a quiet recognition of the continuous process of give and take, of modeling and learning, that defines human experience. As we drift deeper into this understanding, allow yourself to feel the subtle weight of your own body, sinking into the soft support beneath you. Imagine the quiet laboratory, the thoughtful researchers, the curious children. See the cheerful, weighted Bobo doll, ready to bounce back no matter what. It represents resilience, an ability to return to its original state, much like our own capacity to find balance and peace. Let the quiet wisdom of Bandura's work settle over you, a soothing balm for the active mind. Recognize the power of observation not as a burden but as a gift. It allows us to learn, to grow, to evolve, simply by being present, by paying gentle attention. Now, as the echoes of the Bobo Doll study begin to fade into the quiet expanse of your mind, prepare to transition into a gentle, relaxing meditation. Allow yourself to lie down comfortably, finding a position that brings ease to your body. Close your eyes if you haven't already, and allow the darkness behind your eyelids to deepen, to become a soft, warm blanket. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, feeling your abdomen gently rise. Hold it for a moment, a peaceful pause at the peak of your breath. And then, slowly, gently, release the breath through your mouth, feeling your body soften, releasing any tension you may be holding. Repeat this gentle breath 2 more times, each inhale a drawing in of tranquility, each exhale a letting go of any lingering thoughts or worries. Now bring your awareness to your feet. Feel the subtle energy in your toes, the arches of your feet, your heels. Imagine a warm, soothing wave of relaxation beginning to spread, slowly, gently from the tips of your toes, up through your feet, melting away any tightness or discomfort. Feel your feet becoming heavy, sinking gently into the surface beneath them. Allow this wave of relaxation to slowly ascend your body. Feel it moving into your ankles, softening, releasing. Up through your calves, soothing the muscles, allowing them to lengthen and relax. Up into your knees, feeling them soften, becoming fluid and at ease. Continue to guide this wave of relaxation through your thighs, feeling them grow heavy, sinking into the support beneath you. Feel the gentle release in your hips, allowing them to spread and relax. Now bring your attention to your abdomen. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your breath here. Allow any tension in your belly to soften, to dissipate as if dissolving into warm water. Feel your core becoming quiet, calm, and deeply relaxed. Let the wave of relaxation continue its journey up your spine, vertebra by vertebra, releasing any tension in your back. Feel your shoulder blades softening, spreading wide, letting go of any burdens they may have been carrying. Allow the relaxation to flow into your hands, your fingers, feeling them gently uncurl, becoming soft and still. Up through your wrists, your forearms, your elbows, your upper arms, all the way to your shoulders. Feel your shoulders drop, moving away from your ears, releasing any strain. Now bring your awareness to your neck and throat. This area often holds a lot of tension. Gently invite these muscles to release, to soften, to let go. Feel your neck becoming long and free. Finally, allow the wave of relaxation to gently wash over your face. Feel your jaw unclench, your tongue resting softly in your mouth. Release any tension in your cheeks, your temples, your eyelids. Feel your forehead smooth, your brow unfurrowed. Imagine a gentle, warm light bathing your entire face, bringing a deep sense of peace. You are now completely relaxed, your body heavy and still, your mind quiet and at ease. Rest in this space of deep tranquility. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go. Simply be in this moment of peaceful surrender. As you rest, remember the quiet lessons of tonight's journey, the power of observation, the subtle dance of influence, the gentle truth that we are always learning, always evolving. Embrace this understanding not with effort but with a quiet acceptance. Allow yourself to drift further, deeper, into the embrace of sleep. May your rest be profound, your dreams peaceful, and your awakening gentle, filled with a renewed sense of calm and clarity. Good night. This episode of Sleepy Psychology was brought to you by the SAC Center, a leading telehealth clinic dedicated to the testing and treatment of autism and ADHD. The SAC Center is committed to providing expert, compassionate care across all 50 states, bringing specialized support directly to you, wherever you are. To explore their comprehensive services and learn how they can help, please visit saccenter.com. May your dreams be serene and your rest be deep. Good night.